So I figure, so before you come in here and call us stupid and call Trump Satan, and even though Trump is fucking Satan, in South Park at least.
Forgot about that.
Oh God, it's so funny. But anyway, so this is the plan outlined. This is Trump's plan, 20-point Gaza peace plan. So phase one is immediate humanitarian and ceasefire measures. Starting with a comprehensive ceasefire, both sides will halt all offensive operations immediately upon signing the peace agreement. Freeze on troop movements. Israeli Defense Forces stop advancing and hold current positions temporarily. That's important. So, this is phase one. A halt on aerial and artillery operations. And then we have, following all the ceasing of hostilities, we have a 72-hour humanitarian window in which the UN, Egypt, and Qatar coordinate aid corridors for food, water, and medicine into Gaza. Thank you, Sosa. And following that, so this is also important, keep in mind the humanitarian is before the hostage exchange. Within 72 hours of signing the peace agreement on both sides, all Israeli hostages will be released, living and dead, and Israel will free approximately 2,000 Palestinians that are currently in prison in Israel, including 250 people with life sentences. So, once again, Israel is agreeing to a very, very, very lopsided prisoner exchange. And then phase two. And it's also worth noting that everyone that's in prison in Israel has been convicted. Now, I know you can make the argument as to whether it was, they had a trial. Um, the hostages were just taken. So, phase two, demilitarization and security verification. There will be a complete disarmament of Hamas and all militant factions in Gaza under international inspection, not just Israeli inspection. Destruction of offensive infrastructure. So they will destroy tunnels, rocket sites, weapon factories, etc. in Gaza. They will do I about fell out of my chair when I read this part. They will do a weapons buyback and reintegration program for militants. So militants in Gaza sell their guns. They don't turn them in, they sell them so they get paid to turn in their arms. And then we have amnesty and safe passage offered to Hamas members who disarm or leave Gaza peacefully. The end of phase two is the creation of an international stabilization force, the ISF, led by the United States with participation from Arab states to secure borders and prevent rearmament in Gaza. So, once again, this is not solely Israel doing this. Phase three, we go into transitional governance and reconstruction. There will be an establishment of a transitional technocratic administration of Palestinian professionals, not Hamas or Fatah, to govern Gaza. There will be a formation of a board of peace consisting of the United States, Egypt, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and European Union representatives to oversee the implementation. There will be a phased Israeli withdrawal as demilitarization benchmarks are verified by the ISF. That's ISF, not IDF. So, again, this is not Israel who's making that call solely. There will be an international funding conference to mobilize reconstruction funds in Gaza. And then there will be the launch of Gaza Reconstruction Authority, which is tasked with rebuilding hospitals, utilities, and housing. Phase four enters the economic recovery and regional integration. There will be a creation of a special economic zones on Gaza's coast to encourage investment and employment. There will be a joint infrastructure. There will be joint infrastructure projects with Egypt and Israel, energy grids, desalination plants, so taking the salt out of seawater, and trade corridors. There will be international investment incentives. So there will, for example, like tax exemptions, loan guarantees, oversight by the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. So they will be rewarding people for investing money in Gaza for these projects. And then phase five, there will be a long term political framework with the establishment of political reform and elections once security and reconstruction benchmarks are achieved, and then a conditional pathway to Palestinian self determination with the goal of a two state Palestinian state framework within three, if stability endures for 3 to 5 years. So they're hoping to have guaranteed security and a Palestinian state. Israel has already agreed to this, as will have many other nations in the Middle East, including but not limited to Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan. I can't remember if Syria has yet. I think the UAE has if they're part of the talks at all. But there's widespread appeal here.